Today we're going to be turning our ligature initials into a logo. And we're going to do this with only using shapes. First, we're going to open up a new document. And we'll continue to use the same size that we've used before. So we'll go into our print, and we'll use legal. And we'll go ahead and create. And now place your ligature initials in the document. You're going to be using your logo initials that you made a couple of weeks ago. But before we get started, let's look at some finished product. Here on our left, we have the letter L, B, and D all combined together to form an amazing circular logo that incorporates 3 letters. On our right, we have an A, and we also have an E, where both letters have been merged together. Both of these create logo types. So let's see how we're going to do it. We're going to be using basic shapes. And then we will be using a rectangle and ellipse or circles. And I'm going to get my circle. Here's my ellipse. I'm going to be making a B. So, these are our shapes that we need for our B. Go ahead and let's get the rectangle tool and let's make the stem of our B. Then we're going to go ahead and get the oval or the ellipse tool, and we're going to make the outer of our B. Once we have it, I'm going to switch the colors so it's just the strokes that we can see, because that's what we need. Now that you have your B constructed, let's copy and paste. And we're going to hold down that command, or our option, and shift. Let's make the inside smaller. It's our inside part of the B. And we need to line it up. So now I have my B. I have a stem and I have my bowl. Let's select it all. We're going to be using our shape builder tool to minus shapes and to add shapes. Let's start with the adding. As you hover over shapes, they'll get grayed in. To add, you just have to drag across 2 shapes. To minus, we hold down the option and we hit minus. I'm going to have the rest of the B connected by drawing a line between the 2 shapes. Now I have a wonderful B. Let's fill it in and see how it looks. We're missing the inside. Let's go back to our shape builder. Holding down that option, we need to click the inside of our B. Perfect. Now that you have your B, let's now look and see how you're going to be drawing your own logo type of your initial, only using the shapes and the shape builder tool. Alright, let's get started. We're going to use shapes. We want to be able to see through our shapes, so let's have no color. And I'm going to use red so that you can see what I'm drawing. And I'm going to be using my shapes tools to create this. So I'm just tracing out one shape tool. And then I will copy it. And here I'm holding down my Alt key. And I'm going to copy or paste. And holding down my Shift key. Now I'll be using my ellipse tool, making perfect circles. Holding down my ellipse tool to make a perfect circle for inside. Notice that I forgot one of my rectangles, Going to make another ellipse tool. For my inner circle. And one more ellipse tool for my inner circle. And let's remove our logo picture. So you're going to end up with is a lot of circles and a lot of rectangles. Okay, so now it's time for us to join all of our shapes. So I'm going to select all of my shapes that I just did, and we're going to be going into our Shape Builder tool. And they are some work. So I'm going to go straight line. I'm going to hit OK. And this will allow my lines to always be straight as I'm adding. These are the shapes that I need to add. And Alt for the shapes that I don't need. Now we're going to come on in. And it is simply adding our shapes. Alt key, Alt key, Alt key. Going to go straight. And Alt. Minus. Let's take a look. Now I can move it out. And then just go ahead and delete the rest. And now I have a beautiful design, all with just shapes. Let's take a look at our second example. Let's look at another example. So we're going to draw a rectangle, copy and paste it. We'll draw our first shape by rotating it. And we can go to the other side by a reflection. And then we'll take the rest, copy and paste. We'll rotate, holding the Shift key down. Holding the Alt key down. And I can always extend it. We'll do one more, holding the Alt key down. And then our last is sometimes that you need to draw just with the line. Now we have our shapes. So let's select everything. Move our shape out of the way. Go to our shape builder. Minus, minus. Once you have your shape built, just move it out. Take whatever remnants you have, delete them, bring back your shape, and there you have a wonderful, perfect shape with your ligature. Here we have an A and an E. Now it's your turn.